Hi everyone, it's Saul Maraney from Cape Town, South Africa, and it's great to connect with you today. Thank you for tuning in. And today we've got an amazing guy on the call. His name's Mark Bishop. Mark is in the UK. He's a young guy around 40 years old, and he's really been doing amazing stuff online. And Mark has teamed up with two of my good friends, two guys that I've done business with before. I've been watching Mark for quite some time. He teamed up with Venkata and David Kirby, and these guys brought out this product called Bingy, which is based on Bing and really shows you an amazing trick that Mark has discovered and packaged up that shows you how to rank your sites really amazingly quickly on Bing. And, you know, guys, search engine optimization is really just so important still, even though it sometimes gets confusing and sometimes even like there's software out there that you know that you're never going to use. But these guys have come out with this amazing product. There's like 5 videos. Took me about 40 minutes to go through the entire course. And I'm really excited to be implementing it. And Mark, thank you for coming on the call. I really appreciate it.
No worries. Nice to meet you, Saul. Thanks for having me on.
It's my pleasure. Mark, let's talk a little bit. I know we've only got a few minutes, so it's not going to be a long interview, but I'd like to find out a little bit about you. How did you get involved in internet marketing? And you've come out with this new product, and just the way that you've packaged it is superb because it's very, very consumable. And for guys that are watching, tell us a little bit about who you are.
Okay, so I used to be a plumber here in the UK. I was still doing it full time up until probably mid 2013. So yeah, I had my own business as a plumber, and I was always interested in internet marketing. Not very technically savvy really, because of my age, I suppose. But yeah, I was always interested in it. I kind of learned how to build some websites. And probably like an awful lot of your viewers, I made a ton of mistakes and I made absolutely zero money. And then I kind of stumbled into to niche marketing. And initially, I sort of built my business on the back of Google AdWords. But then Google AdWords kind of changed their, the kind of products and websites they'd allow on their platform. So I got banned from that. And I was left with nothing at all. So I kind of learned SEO, ranking, any trick that I could sort of use, I sort of took on board. And I was able to build quite a substantial niche marketing business, and I was doing exceptionally well. And then I sold a couple of sites. I put a ranking strategy together, and that worked for me every single time until all of the algorithm changes, which we've seen over the last couple of years. So, I still do that. I make a great deal of income as a niche marketer, but, that was probably one of the reasons for coming up with Bingy. I mean, I do an awful lot of stuff, but I still actually do the niche marketing. So I needed to find a way of being able to sort of rank brand new sites and to rank existing ones as well. And, I kind of messed around with a number of different strategies and come up with this. Now, this strategy, Bingy, is based on something that I do myself, and it is actually a loophole. It's a trick. So I know a lot of people don't actually like tricks, but this one just plain works, and it just allows you to put your site, brand new site, or as I say, an existing one, at the top of Bing and Yahoo inside 48 hours. It takes around 30 minutes to actually do the whole thing, and around $30 to $40, and that's it. So once you've done that, it's hands off, and then you can curate content. But what I should say is that initial impact inside of Bing sort of trickles down into any additional posts that you put on there. So if you put in curated posts on your blog, then the impact from the initial ranking strategy trickles down into those posts and allows them to rank incredibly quick as well. Sorry, I'm rambling here, but
that's great. That's great. So, I mean, as you say, like it's called Bingy, guys. This product's called Bingy, and it's based on Bing advertising. Bing is Yahoo, part of Yahoo, and there's Mark shows you in the course exactly how to like as you said, within 30 minutes of work, you can actually rank on like visibly on that first page of Bing.
Yeah.
Then what's great is that that's obviously going to trickle into Yahoo. Mark also shows in the course exactly how to make sure that your digital footprint is just sort of protected. So you, like, it shows when we, you know, when you set up small things, but like when you set up the domain of that privacy, and even like with your analytics, it's important. So Google doesn't put the doesn't put the dots together and think that you're spamming, etc. So your site's a lot more safe. And you know, Mark, let's just talk about this for a moment. And it's important for someone to understand. And what I want to just get through right now is that what is the benefit of having, I mean, we'll go through your sales page in a moment, but let's talk about what is the benefit of having a page ranked highly in the search engine. I mean, you know, it's like I was watching Chris record earlier, and he said, you know, it's important. One has their goals, and say, for example, someone would like to lose 10 pounds, but why would you like to lose 10 pounds? Obviously, you'd like to lose it so you could maybe fit better into clothes and feel more confident and even be able to play with your kids more. So let's talk about that. I mean, for someone that you show the research in your course, and you show how to use this Google keyword planner. So, you know, having our site ranked highly in the search engine, that can be used for a number of different things. Like it could be used for list building or CPA offers or affiliate offers. Let's talk a little bit about that. What's the benefit of having a highly ranked site?
Well, first of all, it's organic and it's passive. So all of that traffic that hits your site is organic, and obviously the further up page one you're gonna you get your site on, then obviously the more traffic you have. If you can get your site to the top of page one, you're going to take 70 to 80% of that traffic. If your content on that site happens to be engaging as well, then obviously you're kind of golden. You're going to make money from that if that's what you want to do. I mean, some years ago, what were we talking about? Probably a couple of years ago now, I used to do a lot of Bing and Yahoo advertising. So after I got banned from Google AdWords, then I moved over to Bing. Now, a lot of people don't actually realize how powerful Bing and Yahoo combined are. So I was using their advertising platform. I was paying a lot of money, but I was making an awful lot of money, you know, hundreds and hundreds of dollars every single day. Obviously, I had to pay for it, but, you know, it just goes to show that there are a ton of people on Bing and Yahoo, not just Google. So with Bingy, you can basically step away from the advertising side of things. You know, you don't have to pay for adverts, but you're still just underneath that paid advert. And people are more inclined to actually click an organic listing than they are a paid listing. So we sit right underneath the paid ads for all the pages, all the phrases in my niche. Now with Bingy, we've actually put a case study together for this because, you know, like yourself, you probably hate courses that are based on theory. So what I like to do is actually go out and prove that something works. Now this is something that I actually use in my own niche marketing business. And with the case study site, as anybody that goes into the members area will see, you know, we're getting hundreds and hundreds of visitors every day. The site's had over 22, I'm not sure the exact figure now, but a couple of days ago, I think it was 22,216 views since August 24th, 2015. So just goes to show that there's a ton of traffic there. And if you can get that kind of traffic, then basically, so you can do whatever you want with it. If you want to go through CPA, or if you want to build a list, as you said, or if you just want to sell and promote products as an affiliate, then you can do that. You can also sell your own products. So you can basically do whatever you like when you've got your site at the top of page one.
That's excellent. Wow. So, I mean, you've come a long way, Mark. As you said, you tried different things. You went through different experiences where you were, you know, slapped by Google a number of times, and you've wasted money and you've made money. And I remember clearly, for me, the first commission that I made in internet marketing, I remember it was with our friend Hugh Hughes. You know Hugh, it was one of his products, and it was just amazing feeling. And every time I I get a commission. It just feels incredible. For someone that's watching this, I'd like to just ask you this quick question, and then we're going to go into the members area, and we're going to wrap this interview up. But for someone that's watching this and they're trying different products, or they're really just they're not seeing the success that they'd like to see, and they really wouldn't want 2016 to be a repeat of 2015, even if 2015 was a good year for them. What's your advice for success? For someone that's watching this, what can you give us, just a golden nugget to maybe have that breakthrough next year?
Yeah, well, so I mean, at the end of the day, as with anything, you have to treat internet marketing as an actual business. When I started, and probably like an awful lot of marketers that have either become successful or failed, I started off and I saw it as a bit of a hobby, a little bit of fun to make an extra income, and I jumped onto things, and I didn't really put my complete effort into those things. There's an awful lot of products, Bingy being one of them, that actually work. I mean, there's no disputing that this works because we've gone overboard on proving that it works. But what you have to do is you have to implement it. You have to sort of roll it out. Give it some time to work. As I say, I mean, I like quick things as much as anybody else. Bingy takes 48 hours, which is perfect for most people. But whatever you do choose, stick with it, work with it, treat it as a real business, and you will be successful because these things work. I mean, just a few years ago, I was sort of breaking my knees as a plumber here in the UK, and today, I do this full time. I make 5 times what I made as a plumber in the UK, and that's a good deal because plumbers aren't poorly paid in the UK. So anybody can do this. As far as the technical side of things goes, I'm absolutely terrible with the whole of it. But if I can do it, then anybody can. So yeah, my advice would be just stick with it. Whatever you choose to do online, and there's so many different avenues, just go with it, stick with it, and see it through.
Well, that's great advice, guys. I mean, you heard it from Mark. As you can see, a normal guy. He is not a youngster in terms of like 18 or 20-year-old where they may be more technically savvy, but it doesn't matter. I mean, Mark's stuck at it. He's said that he's taking his internet marketing seriously. He's sticking at what he's what he's focused on. And Mark, I can relate, and I'm doing the same thing. I'm lucky, like you, that I have given a lot back to this community. I've got a lot of friends, so I'm getting a lot of review copies, and carefully promote what I carefully choose what I promote. But what I will do always first, and especially like in your case, is I consume the product first, and I want to use it in my business, and then I will recommend products to people on my list, because if I've enjoyed it, I know that they're going to enjoy it, and I've got quite a great following. But I like exactly what you said, guys, and Mark, this as well as anyone else, is that they've got statistics. I actually saw with Matt Basak, he had some statistics, and he said, like, so many people actually get lost on the way back to their inbox when they buy a product. And I think it's like ridiculous. Almost like 80% of people that buy products really don't consume them properly. And of that, even like 20% that do, it's a very small percentage of people that implement them. And guys, we've got the access to products like this, and Bingy works. There's proof on it. Mark is put his name to it. Venkata's there, and David Kirby. So, and as I said, Mark, what I also like about it is that it's very consumable, your product. I mean, it really wasn't difficult to go through it. You explained it nicely, and it feels like something that I'm definitely going to be able to implement and use, and I like that. And just a question for you: when some of the people on my list, or some of the guys that are watching this, would like to also maybe create products for them of their own, I'd like to ask you, your product is very, as I said, consumable, which I like, which I mean, it's like, doesn't take days to go through, and you like really exposed one trick that works, and you've packaged it up in such a way that it's easy to actually go through and then take action. So my question to you is, when you're like the ultimate guide to list building and have a million different strategies in there, don't you agree that sometimes it's easier to rather focus on one or two strategies that are going to work, where the guys are showing proof? And for anyone that's watching this, I mean, I took away from this product is that it's just so well put together, and it's actually simple. Do you think it makes a big difference with your students and people that you've seen out there when they can buy a product, go through it, and know that they're going to see reward rather than just spending days and days on the studying part? And even some of these softwares, I mean, even on, I've seen stuff on JV's do that looks amazing, but I know that it looks so complicated that I'm probably not going to use it. So I mean, the simplicity of it. What do you say about that?
I'd say you're 100% correct. So I mean, for most people, some of these products you might think, wow, that's fantastic value, but when you actually open up and you see sort of like 10 hours of videos and things like that, it kind of puts people off. I think in this business, it can be very complicated. There's lots of products being offered all the time. I think it's important to make things as easy and as actionable as possible. So everything I do now, I mean, I have made that mistake in the past, but everything I do now, I kind of design with me in mind. So if I had bought it, then I would be able to follow it. I would be able to achieve something with that within a very short space of time, because I think that's important. So as you say, Bingy, it's just one aspect of this business, but it will allow you to generate traffic and generate income. It's chopped up into manageable size videos, and we've got the obviously the PDFs and the MP3s in there as well, but it's easy to consume. As you say, it took you around 40 minutes, so 40-50 minutes to go through the whole lot. That will be enough for you to get started. And when you're actually implementing, then you can just flick onto that one specific video and you can follow through, and you can actually implement the complete strategy from there. So yeah, I mean, I like to make things as simple as possible, because anything that I design now, I'm designing with me in mind. So I like it easy and quick.
Very nice. Great. So Mark, really appreciate you talking to me. I've had a great conversation with you. I think for anyone that's watching this, guys, I mean, it really is a product that works. It's very simple. It gets my highest recommendation. I just want to do a quick screen share while we're wrapping up. So we're going to quickly just go inside, and I want to just cover one or two quick points. And I've got one more question for you, Mark, that I had the question. So I think that maybe it's a good chance that someone else may have the question. But guys, this is, you can see my screen, right, Mark? Here it is. So this product just released this week. It's close on 1,000 sales already, and says, discover the exact steps to getting 22,216 targeted hungry buyer visitors for free in just 48 hours or less by ranking page 1 on Google's competitors. So we know that, as Mark said, Bing and Yahoo are the competitors, but there's still a massive amount of traffic, and you're going to see nice organic reach definitely coming into Google, because Google still monitors the entire web, and we can see that there's 22,000 unique views, and there's a whole lot of screenshots, because I know that, I mean, these guys are always at the top of all the leaderboards, and Mark's doing this full time. I just want to go down and highlight one little point here. So there's Bingy. I like you, Mark, talked about man boobs. Actually, that was quite interesting. That a lot of the training is on man boobs, and yeah, I enjoyed that, because it's definitely, it's applicable to any products. But that was in the studying. Then there's the live case study, and yeah, guys, there's the sales page here where it just shows. I mean, it's outstanding results that these guys have got. There's a whole lot of testimonials, and that is, Mark's been around and he's one of the top guys in our industry. Let's just quickly go. So guys, this is what it looks like when you come inside. It's the welcome to the members area, Bingy. There's a nice welcome message from Mark, who we've just been interviewing. It's very nice. And then, it starts with like niche selection, and then domain choosing, and the site, and the hub, and the special trick that makes all the difference. There are some upsells as well. That's where you can do this exact process also on Google. Mark, I just want to ask you one question here. So you can see that I have been through this, and it just shows that, as I said, I just love consuming this information myself, and that's why I want to ask you for this interview. I don't interview every single person that I promote, but let's just see here. There was a question that I had here. Let's just see here. Oh, yeah, says here. This is on module 3, your site. It says here, after further testing, we have established that in order to see the best results, it is crucial to find a key phrase that correlates with an available domain, regardless of TLD. So just explain to us quickly, what does that mean?
Okay, so with the Bingy formula, what you need to do is you need to come up with the phrase that you actually want to rank for. So that could be anything at all, but you need to find the exact phrase. Now, the rest of your posts on that site will rank anyway, but that initial impact needs to be built around the one phrase. So that's an EMD, so an exact match domain. So if you wanted to rank for, you know, let's take the case study. So how to lose man boobs revealed. We've used that actual phrase as the domain for the site. So that's an exact match domain. And what happens is then with the trick we use, I mean, I won't explain the whole thing here, obviously, but we use buffers. And then we're blasting those buffers with links which trickle through, and I mean, it's all done for next to nothing, and it takes next to no time. But initially, you need to use an EMD. So the phrase that you want to rank for, then that's the phrase that you should use in your domain. So once you do that, then obviously
and EMD is exact match domain. So
exact match domain, yeah. Now the TLD is top level domain. You know, most people think they have to buy a .com, but in this case, it's more important to actually have the EMD. So get the EMD, whatever the TLD is. Does that make sense?
That again, I mean, just for someone that's watching, this is really even like what turns people off these sort of products. And I mean, just because it does feel overwhelming. I mean, EMD, TLD, etc. Basically, you know, in your course, and I'm asking for myself to take action on this, but you know, someone will see it, is that you go through those videos and we like the niche selection and the products, and to establish that there's a product, and you show people how to use the keyword planner, then you reveal your special magic formula that we're getting here. That, I mean, that's not available anywhere else. But so one doesn't need to worry about all these technical terms. Basically, you're going to find like a product that you want, and then you go after like a buying keyword, like, so how to lose man boobs, for example. And that would be, are you saying that having that in our domain is more important than having a .com or .net, for example? But
yes,
it's actually having that in the domains.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, good.
I mean,
guys, look, I'm happy I cleared that up. As you can see, I mean, I've been through it, and it's really just such an amazing opportunity for everyone. And Mark, I'm sure you'll agree, but for everyone to understand, and I'm blown away by this every day. It's just, you know, as I was telling you before we got on the call, I moved here to Cape Town on the 8th of November. So it's almost 2 months, and I'm having a really wonderful time. And this is really one of the most beautiful cities in the world, Mark. I mean, they say it's even more beautiful than San Francisco, and I was in San Francisco earlier. Yeah, it really is beautiful. There's beautiful women. There's just amazing. And I was just actually thinking the other day that I hope that I really never get used to this beauty and just appreciate it, because it is so beautiful. And you know, people get used to they get used to things, and then, you know, we don't appreciate it so much anymore. And what I like about your course, I think, is that this Bingy, guys, this is a system. And Mark, do you agree that once we've implemented it, and as you said, it takes about 30 minutes, you implement it, then you've got that site, and you can, from there, then you can curate it, and from there you're going to be having this traffic coming. I'm personally going to be using this for list building myself, because I'm very focused on list building right now, because it's just the list building site. It's, you know, I've just been through Jimmy Kim's stuff, and it's just reinvigorated me. And I mean, email marketing for me is just the most lucrative thing I've ever come across. And I'm going to be using this for list building. So I think that your course really is that it's not like done for you anything. It's just you like show us a strategy to be able to rank, and then we can use it for anything. I mean, I've also got a local business that I'm going to be actually applying this for, which I'm also really excited. I know that it's going to blow them away. So Mark, thank you for speaking to me. It's great just to connect with you. I've never spoken to you before, but I wish you all the best of luck, and it's really great to see how well you're doing. You're a man of your word, and you're certainly someone that can be trusted. For me, that's actually the number one thing I look at before I can even promote a vendor, because we want to see someone that stands behind their word. And I want to ask you one last question, Mark. If we were having this conversation on the 23rd or 24th of December 2016, so if we were having this conversation a year from now, I mean, what would you have liked to have achieved to be happy with your progress? It's hard to be specific, but what are you aiming for in the next 12 months personally?
Personally, Sal, I'm aiming at growing my business exponentially. So I'm looking at probably moving over more to actually coaching people, to success. So I'll be looking more at coaching people in groups, one-on-one next year. I feel that, after the period that I've spent online and in this business, that, at this point in my business, I feel that I've, kind of qualified to help other people, make it and actually push through. So that's probably where I'll be going next year. So
wonderful. That sounds good. And I wish you all the best of luck. And I'm sure that you're going to help a lot of people. And yeah, guys, I've been speaking to Mark. He's a creator of this Bingy. I would say certainly, guys, I mean, I've been through this product. I've studied it. I'm really excited about it for you and for me. It's about $15. I know that it's going up because it's still in the launch week. I would encourage you, there'll be a link here. Go and have a look at it. Look at the sales page. It's certainly worth the money, because implementing it on one site will make you money back, and you can do it on unlimited sites for yourself, and you can even teach other people this, because it's going to be easy to grasp, and there's not many people that know of this loophole. And I've arranged, I was on the call with David Kirby, everyone, last night, and he's given me some really nice bonuses. You'll see there are 3 awesome bonuses below. So purchase through my link. Have a look at the OTO as well. I haven't gone through the OTO yet, but I do have it here, and I know that it covers, Mark, the OTO covers stuff on Google. Is that right?
That's right, Sal. I mean, with the initial impact on Bing, a lot of people don't realize, but there is a synergy. So you get a trickle through effect. So once you've rolled it out on Bing, and you obviously have to do that first in order to get that impact and the waves through. Then once you've done that, then straight away, as soon as it's ranked on Bing, you can start rolling it out on Google. And we explain how to do that in the upsell. Now, I know a lot of people don't like upsells, but we've done it this way because you really do have to implement Bingy, the initial course, first. So once you do that, then obviously you can apply the Google edition, and obviously start to rank over on Google as well. And in the case study, you'll see plenty of our pages and posts are now featured favorably in Google as well. So we're getting a ton of traffic from Google as well. So yeah, that's the upsell, and I know people are loving it.
Excellent. So guys, I mean, look, Mark's there, and I'm just going to confirm it for the last time, and then I'm saying goodbye to Mark. But Mark, am I right in saying, I mean, I've experienced this myself, because I actually went through the product this morning just before I got on the call with you, as we all are busy on different projects, and I didn't want to speak to you before I'd been through it. But am I right in saying that someone can go to the website, look through the sales page, purchase it, they're going to get access into the members area that I'm seeing, and literally like sitting on your ass for like 40 minutes, you're going to have the whole concept ready for yourself, and you can follow the videos. And I mean, even by the end of today, you can implement the strategy. And 48 hours, maybe by the end of the week, you can have a site on the first page of Bing. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yeah, 100% correct. I'm not sure how the Christmas holiday affects algorithms. I wouldn't have thought it would do, but yeah, I mean, it'll take you 30 to 40 minutes to go through the whole thing and to understand it, and then another 30 minutes to actually implement your first Bingy project. And then, as you say, within 48 hours, you'll be popping up at the top of Bing and Yahoo in most cases.
Well, it's amazing. I mean, guys, listen, it really is amazing because, you know, for $15, $16, you can purchase a product from one of the top internet marketers around. That's the three of the guys that it, especially Mark and his two partners here. And it's like getting advice. You know, I think one could waste, you know, if one's got a personal problem, or even when I was going through my divorce, I learned this, is that you can get free advice from friends, or you can like go and speak to a professional and, you know, sort of clean up a lot of your mess quite quickly. And I relate this to what the sort of project is. You know, a product for $15, it could save one hundreds of hours on YouTube going down black holes where, you know, when I study products like this, I switch off Facebook, I switch off the other disturbances. And I mean, it's amazing. Like literally in one sitting, you can get a concept that puts you head and shoulders above everyone else. So guys, Saul Maraney from Cape Town, South Africa. We've been speaking to Mark. This product really gets my highest recommendation. I encourage you to go pick it up. Mark, are you going to be increasing the price after the launch?
We're going to be increasing the price today, Sal, and yes, the price will be going up. What you see at the moment, I mean, we have been increasing the price, but just fractionally, because we want to give everybody the opportunity to get this at the lowest possible price. But yeah, we will be raising the price substantially after the launch period. So, right,
guys, you've heard that from Mark. I mean, jump in, and you know, as I say, don't be. What a shame! What an absolute shame for if you purchase this and not implement it. But I like the idea that it is like consumable. As I said, you can certainly pick it up, go through it, maybe go through it again. So I mean, even if you go through it twice and then half an hour to implement it, and you're going to start seeing results. Mark, all the best of luck to you guys. Saul Maraney from Cape Town. I wish you all the best of luck, and we'll speak to you soon. Cheers.
Thanks, Sal.